Welcome so much, guys, to our next episode. And this is Argument Show Live. And today we are very much privileged to be hosting the one and only Dr. Felix Andutu. Karibu sana daktari.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much for actually giving me this opportunity.
Yes.
To be on this show today. I'm really humbled.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, guys, today we are simply tackling developing story, the death of Baba Raila Amollo Odinga, the former Prime Minister of this country. And be it as it may, this guy really fought for this country. We saw him on the streets, we saw him in so many occasions trying to fight for democracy, trying even to rectify the government, especially when he was on the opposition side. And eventually we lost him. But then we are trying to reflect, we're trying to have a conversation here just to find out the contribution of Raila Amollo Odinga, the late former Prime Minister of this country, and what he did for our country, and if there are some insights, some things that we can be able to learn from him. So we are having a very candid, well educated Daktari here. He's a personal friend, and I've known him for quite some time now. I'd like us to break into details. Maybe take us through what are some of the things that you think or you feel that we can learn as a country, we've lost as a country, on reflection of the death of Raila Amollo Odinga.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to pass my condolences, my sincerest and heartfelt condolences to the family of the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Amollo Odinga, and also pass my condolences to the people of Nyanza region and also to the country in the whole globe at large for the loss of this consequential son of our soil. As a matter of fact, Raila Amollo Odinga, Right Honorable, is the most consequential and the greatest man and leader that has ever emanated from our soil. Why am I saying this? He has high-profiling credentials that none of the men who have ever existed since independence have ever achieved. And these credentials actually have a very wide spectrum. Number one, he is actually the father of the Kenyan democracy. Actually, his loss is a big blow to the democracy of this country. I regard him, as a country, we regard him as the father of democracy. Why am I saying that he's the father of democracy? The Right Honorable Raila Amollo Odinga was detained without trial in the year 1982 because he was actually fighting for the oppressive Moi government, something that actually most of the people, most of the leaders could not put their lives online to try and overturn an oppressive government that is actually oppressing its people. But Raila Odinga put his life online, wanted to overturn the government of the late President Daniel Moi, may his soul rest in peace. Because of that, he was actually detained without trial. Yeah, and let me just try to also educate our viewers.
Yes.
What does detention without trial mean? It means that someone has made is actually accused of making or breaking the law. Ideally, this person should be taken to court. They scrutinize the misconduct or the law that he has broken. Then they compare it with what the law says vis-a-vis what he has done. Then they determine whether this person is guilty or not. But in 1982, Raila Amollo Odinga did not go through that. He was just accused and detained without going to court. That is actually very, it's not in order, it's very oppressive. Then multipartism. Raila Amollo Odinga is the one who was at the forefront in championing for multipartism. I think it was
together with his father, Jaramogi.
Yeah, together with his father, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. I think it was around 1992, if my history serves me right. He fought for multipartism. Initially, we just used to have one party, that is KANU. But Raila Odinga,
de facto state.
Yes, Raila Odinga said, no, we can't have this. He said we should have many parties. That is why he came up with parties like NDP, the ODM in the year 2000, I think around 2002 or 2000, you know, and now it actually paved a new way into our democracy. When you have different parties, you know, there are different ideologies presented rather than the monarchical one party state.
Maybe Daktari, maybe
Yes.
just to interject you,
Yes.
you're giving us good points.
Yes.
I want us maybe to focus because on the recent things, for example, that is happening in the ODM party.
Yes.
This man died and left the party when he had not given the direction. So we've seen a lot of factions and
Yes.
forth and from in the party. What do you think, or who is the most blessed person to take after him?
Well,
what is the implication of him leaving the party just like that?
Well. Okay, thank you so much, but allow me to revert a bit. It will be very unfair for me not to mention this achievement of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga.
Yes.
About the progressive new constitution, 2010 constitution. That is one of the biggest milestones that as a country we've ever made. And Raila Odinga was at the forefront in development, drafting of the progressive 2010 constitution and the devolution. Without him, we could not have it.
Together with Miguna.
Together with Miguna and others. It could be unfair if I could have not mentioned that. Is that so?
That's good.
Yeah, so about the gap that Raila Odinga, the Baba, has left in the ODM party,
yes.
Truth of the matter is that we're going to have, the party is going to scatter big time. The country is going to scatter big time. Not even the party alone. Because actually, initially when Raila Odinga was still alive, the ODM party had factions. But Raila Odinga was like a big shell, was a shell holding the small sections together. That party was held by Wick van der Waal's forces.
Hey.
And Raila was like the shell holding it. Now the shell is out. So you can imagine how the factions and the members of the party are going to scatter because they were just held by Wick van der Waal forces.
Okay.
Different ideologies. You can see the likes of the young ODM members like Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, Caleb Amisi. You know, they do not believe in the broad-based government. The likes of Oburu Odinga, the old folks, the ODM party. Oburu Odinga.
They usually call him the youth leader.
It's a paradox. It's actually an insult to our youth. Oburu Odinga, the likes of Opio Wandai, John Mbadi,
those are the experts.
Wanga. They're saying that they quote unquote the experts that deep in
donated
to the government.
Have they fixed?
Nothing significant. So they're saying they're in broad-based government. So you see, these are people reading from very different scripts. So this party is going to scatter in fullness of time. I'm not a prophet of doom, but they are going to say it's going to scatter big time. The person whom I feel can fill that gap, I think if they give it to James Sorengo, can really hold the party together. Then Edwin Sifuna can do a good job, and Babu Owino. Those are the three, my three people that I feel can at least try to put the country together and fit in the shoe of.
What about the Seya governor? That is Wanga.
I don't know. That is Amigo. Is it Homa Bay?
Yeah, Homa Bay governor.
That is Wanga, bro. Not yet.
She's currently the chairman of ODM party.
No, bro. That's just a person.
She's the chairman.
She's just
the chairperson.
She's just yapping, bro. Those are things. That is a position that was just donated to her because she's a Luo and all that. But she doesn't have the expertise. You can see she's a person who is thriving in tribalism. She was really pushing about the Mutai Kaiga thing, pushing it to the extreme end to push an agenda that the Kikuyus hate Luos. But ideally, if she could be a progressive leader, she could have just let it slide. But she was really pushing it to the extreme end. She's a very divisive lady, and I don't think that's the right person to replace Baba. Yeah.
So, but the truth of the matter is, maybe Baba is the replacer.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That man has left a big gap. That I don't think in the history of this country if there will ever be someone to fill.
No, there will be. But the same way we have new Martin Luther King Juniors.
Who is that?
They are there. Guys who are vibrant enough, who can speak for the country. and
Yeah.
for the interests of the youth.
Hey.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, maybe. You never know. Maybe Babu Wino, when he's given the platform and
Yes.
is supported, he might be.
Talking of Babu,
Mm.
recently we've seen him come up with online classes for revision to teach the candidates, and he's really doing well, trying to give back to the young people. What's your comments on that?
Bro, that is one of the most ridiculous, most pretentious.
Hey.
That is, I don't know how to call it. Those are theatrics.
Hey.
Those are theatrics, and it is one of the most ridiculous thing.
Why?
This guy is doing these things for his own parochial reasons, to just gain political scores. He is not doing it to mean well and to support our students. If he really meant so, you cannot tell me that you can be having a session on the eve of national examination, 2 days to the national examinations. You are having it only once in a year. Then you say you want to impact the student. It's like you want to fatten a bull. You want to fatten a bull on the market day. That is impossible. He's just doing it to appear as the smartest person in the room. You know, he wants to gain a political score. I don't think if that is from the heart and really meaning to help our students. Because if he really meant it, in an academic year, bro, from January to we are on November, he's supposed to be having a session at least every week with our pupils and students, so that it can truly make an impact. But now, one day, really just want to appear smart. That is bullshit.
Hey, man.
He is not a trained teacher himself. We have teachers, very good teachers, who should be empowered to do that. Is he looking down upon our teachers? That is ridiculous, and that is bullshit, according to me.
Hey, man.
He is doing it for parochial and personal reasons, not to help our students.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it yourselves from the one and only Daktari, that is parochial. Theatrics. I think you're taking notes there.
Consequential.
Yeah. I think you're going to get a short break, and then we'll be back later on in the Acumen Show. Keep subscribing, keep following, keep tweeting at dutufelix.com, at Tom Radic, at Jay, at the Acumen Show Live. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully, they go. Play.